Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Grand Rising and happy MLK Day. If you are a first time viewer, welcome. My name is Joseph Long, and I thank you for tuning in. To my returning viewers, hello, friends, and thank you for your consistent support. Today, may our focus be on making the world a little safer and more equitable as inspired by the official day of service and honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I personally want to add or hold unto the call to reflect and act appropriately on behalf of those less fortunate as long as I can. In the spirit of this meditation practice, I want to bring as much mindfulness as possible to the process. As I allow the great civil rights leaders' wisdom to flow through my consciousness, I am reminded of the importance of bringing truly curious, non-judgmental attention to the situations or issues to which I feel drawn. While Dr. King has never been directly linked to mindfulness meditation that I'm not aware of, so many of his documented beliefs are consistent with seeking a heightened awareness of the needs of others. Our innate connectedness as humans, the importance of setting aside preconceptions and understanding that the root of our divide is our natural tendency to turn to hate, to combat hate. Dr. King preached about the choices we make, and without using the exact words, he prayed that we will be intentional with our actions, that we will not be so timid as to shrink from responsible activity, but that we will not compound difficult situation by resulting to violence driven by our emotions. In this way, Dr. King was advocating using the sacred pause and putting the R.A.I.N process, a practice of radical compassion made most famous by Tara Brach, into good use. So much of how mindfulness plays into ways in which we stand up for the oppressed, fight inequality, and serve the most vulnerable is about choice. We choose what we pay attention to, what matters to us, and what is acceptable and unacceptable. We decide what we can ignore and what makes us take action. By taking the time to sit quietly, letting the noise of social media and our internal squawk box drift into the background, we can recognize the truth in the given situation. We are better able to be in touch with our highest values and connect possible responses with them. This process is skillfully aided by meditation. So, in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day and his practice of acting nonviolently, I would like for you to join me in a R.A.I.N guided meditation. I mentioned the process earlier, and I believe I introduced this practice to you all, to us, a year or two ago. I would like for us to revisit it now that I have a slightly different mindset since that time. As I look at it again and put it into the context of the civil rights movement during King's Day, I realize how one may allow themselves to be bitten by dogs, thrown across by water hoses, beaten by police officers, all in the name of protesting peacefully, all in the name of bringing awareness to racial discrimination and social injustices. The R.A.I.N process gives me a clearer understanding of the mental work that all those people that follow King's nonviolent practices, the work they had to do mentally before stepping out into those streets. So today, I offer us a mindfulness practice that we can use every time before we act on any situation, especially those pertaining to race, equality, unity, justice, and peace. But before we start today's meditation, if you haven't already done so, click the like, click the like, click the like button right now. Click the like, click the like, click the like button right now. Click the like button, comment if you care to share. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inspirational Moments with Joseph Long. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Now, these may seem like small gestures to you, but to me, to this platform, to the algorithm gods, they mean a lot. So in advance, I thank you. So let us begin. Sitting quietly, close your eyes, and take a bring to mind a current situation in which you feel stuck, one that elicits a difficult reaction, such as anger or fear, shame or hopelessness. It may be a conflict with a family member, a chronic sickness, a failure at work, the pain of an addiction, a conversation you now regret. Take some moments to enter the experience. Visualizing the scene or situation, remember the words spoken, sensing the most distressing moments. R, recognize what is happening. As you reflect on the situation, ask yourself, what is happening inside me right now? What sensations are you most aware of? What emotions? Is your mind filled with churning thoughts? Take a moment to become aware of whatever is predominant or the overall emotional tone of the situation. A, allow life to be just as it is. Send a message to your heart to let be this entire experience. Find in yourself the willingness to pause and accept that in these moments, what is, is. You can experiment with mentally whispering words like, yes, I consent, or let be. You might find yourself saying yes to a huge inner no, to a body and mind painfully contracted in resistance. You might be saying yes to the part of you that is crying, I hate this. That's a natural part of the process. At this point in R.A.I.N, you are simply noticing what is true and intending not to judge, push away, or control anything you find. I investigate with a gentle, curious attention. Bring an interested and kind attention to your experience. Some of the following questions may be helpful. Feel free to experiment with them, varying the sequence and content. What is the worst part of this? What most wants my attention? What is the most difficult, painful thing I am believing? What emotions does this bring up, such as fear, anger, grief? Where are my feelings about this strongest in my body? When I assume the facial expression and body posture that best reflect these feelings and emotions, what do I notice? Are these feelings familiar? Something I've experienced earlier in my life? If the most vulnerable, hurting part of me could communicate, what would it express? Whether that be in words, feelings, images. How does this part want me to be with it? What does this part most need from me or from some larger source of love and wisdom? A final note. Many people initially see investigate as an invitation to fire up their cognitive skills, analyzing the situation or themselves, identifying the many possible roots of their suffering. While mental exploration may enhance our understanding, opening to our embodied experience is the gateway to healing and freedom. Instead of thinking about what's going on, keep bringing your attention to your body, directly contacting the felt sense and sensations of your most vulnerable place. Once you are fully present, listen for what this place truly needs to begin healing. N, nurture with loving presence. As you sense what is needed, what is your natural response? Calling on the most wise and compassionate part of your being, you might offer yourself a loving message or send a tender embrace inward. You might gently place your hand on your heart. You might visualize a young part of you surrounded in soft, luminous light. You might imagine someone you trust, a parent or pet, a teacher or spiritual figure, holding you with love. Feel free to experiment with ways of befriending your inner life, whether through words or touch, images or energy. Discover what best allows you to feel nurturing, what best allows the part of you that is most vulnerable to feel loved, seen, and or safe. We will take a minute offering care inwardly and letting it be received. What you do later today starts with this moment. Take a moment to express gratitude or thank yourself for making the world a more peaceful place, for addressing the situation non-violently. Now, once more, take another deep breath in and let it go. Slowly open your eyes.
When we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
And so it is. Namaste. All right, so let me recognize those of you who are on here live with me on this MLK Day. So on YouTube, I have Miss Pamela, as she says, Grand Rising, everyone. She continues on by saying happy Martin Luther King's Day. Grand Rising and a happy Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day to you as well. Miss Patricia, Miss Pat is on here as she says, good morning, everyone. She adds the hashtag global. Thank you. Grand Rising to you, Miss Pat, and thank you for touching and agreeing. We're not forgetting that this is a global message, and we're claiming in advance with faith, claiming that this message will reach out to those who need to hear it within this planet we call planet Earth. Miss Pamela continues, I welcome all the good this day brings. Yes, I touch and agree with you. Miss Pat goes on, happy heavenly birthday, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, yes. Miss Pamela, she also types in hashtag global. Thank you for that. Miss Pat types, click the like button right now. Repeat, she adds on, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. So I'm going to use that as a segue for us to just stop whatever we're doing. If you haven't already done so, please click that like button. Click the like button. Click that like button right now. And if you care to, share, and I welcome and thank all the comments as well. Thank you. All right. And Miss Pamela, she adds on, I have a dream that one day the universe will acknowledge each other as having been created by the same divine source. It's not the universe that we want to acknowledge, that the universe already recognizes, that the universe already wants to give us our good. And I don't want to correct you. I don't want to seem like I'm correcting you, but may I offer just a tweak in there or an addition to that, that the dream be, the vision be, that every man, woman, being on this planet be receptive and recognize that we are all created from the same source, that we all are connected. There is an interconnectedness of each and every one of us, that we span beyond the appearance, beyond color, gender, sexual orientation, all of that we are the same. Yes, I like that. Thank you for that, Miss Pamela. And then on IG, there's a few of you on here. I see it's telling me 2 are on here. I know that ain't true, but I'm sure some of you may have already dropped off because the practice is officially over. But Miss Pat is also on IG. Hello, Miss Pat. Thank you for keeping activity going on both platforms. Grand Rising to you. I have my healer extraordinaire. Yes. Thank you for lending your consciousness, Miss Bernie. Grand Rising to you, because when we talk about nonviolent practices, when we talk about equality, justice, peace, unity, there has to be a healing involved first from the individuals that hope, that claim for all of those. So thank you for lending your consciousness this morning. Speaking of lending your consciousness, I have Sports Chick on here. Grand Rising to you, Sports Chick. That's my prayer extraordinaire on here. Thank you for lending your consciousness as well live this morning. I have Miss AP on here. Grand Rising, thank you for your consistent support. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Miss Sports Chick, she types in happy birthday, Dr. King, hashtag global. Thank you for touching and agreeing. Miss Pamela, I am open and receptive to correction. I humbly thank you. I didn't think you would be offended by that, but I just felt the need to say that. And please keep your comments going. I appreciate you. You be right on point. Your comments tell me that not only are we reading the titles, but we are being receptive to the message. And all the time, Miss Pamela, you are receptive to this message. You touch and agree, and I appreciate and love you. All right. So I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in with me, whether you are on here live or you watching this pre-recorded video. I thank you. I appreciate you. And know that I will virtually see you all again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube and Instagram channels. And my wish for you is that you have a peaceful MLK Day. Peace and blessings.